Philos. I've got, thank you. Agile team team Agile, right? Actually, so I've got Theophilos, I've got Labumi, Omo, Umi, I've got Megan, I've got Denike, Neo, I've got Catherine, Onome, and Olufunke. So all together, I think we should have 9 people, right? Do we have 9 people on this call? Right. Because we are going to be making calls as we go along anyway. So if every time these people don't attend the call, then there's no point. There's no point putting them on this call. So please, if you can raise your hand if you are in this particular team, don't lower your hands. Please still continue raising your hand if that's okay. So can I assume that we only have 1 person, right? Is that the assumption on this call right now?
Hi, Deji. Some people have raised their hand on the chat actually, as opposed to up here. So there are hands on the chat.
Okay. So raising hand on the chat is not the same time raising hand on the, you have to raise your hand. That's the instruction. Okay. Please, if you can do that. So, and okay, I've got 2 people. Please raise your hand, not on the chat. Okay. So even if I consider those people raising their hand on the chat, so altogether we have 3 people. Is that the assumption? And Onome and these are the 3 people that you also have interaction with. Is that right?
Omi, is that Omo Omi?
There's Omo as well. There's also Omi.
No, that was a mistake, please.
Sorry?
Oh, okay.
That was a mistake.
Okay, so Omi is not part of us. It's only Bumi, yes, and Omo Omi. I recognize those 2.
Okay. Technically, we're going to assume that those are the 3. You are the 3 people in there. All right.
There's also Catherine. I don't know if she's not on the call right now, but Catherine has been very active.
Okay. All right. Can you do something for me actually? So, and I need to send a message right before end of this week. So you send a message that, if those people don't get back to you, right? And at the end of, by Monday, we might as well just remove them. Because if we only have 3 people, I want 3 people that are active. I want people that are committed. And this program is not theory that people just listen and go away. There's a lot of work to do. And it would be good if it's only 1 person, it's only you, right? You're not expecting 2 people, 3 people, and you're only you. So that's very, very important. It's not by number, it's by the quality of the number that we have. Because some people, and one thing that I want to say, because a lot of people were sponsored, and when people are sponsored, it's easy for them to kind of, fizzle out because they found out, 1, they don't have the time, right, to be able to commit, because when they found out, oh, this particular program is committed, they just leave completely, which is fine, right? When they have the time, they come back again. But more often when they come back, they come and pay. Anyway, this always happen because they will look at, oh, that time I didn't have time. But when they know the value of what they left, they will pay the full amount anyway. It's always happen anyway. But one thing I don't want is for you guys to be expecting 8 people and it's only 3 of you. So it's better for us in the first, we've done almost 3 weeks now, right? It's more than 3 weeks, almost a month, right? So right now, we need to know if it's only 3 of you, and we know it's only 3 or 4. And so I need to establish that at the end of this particular sprint so that we'll move forward with only active people. And I'm going to delegate that to you, Onome, all right?
Okay.
Send a list of people that are not active to me, right? Oh no, send it to Juliet. Juliet, if you can get that. So, and you just need to let people know consistently, right? On your group, let them know, you are not active. Please know that by the end of the week, you're going to be removed as not active at least 3 or 4 times. So So then when the admin actually get that confirmation that they are still not communicating to you, they're not attending their meeting, they're not doing anything, then of course, we would, remove. And that is the reason why we ask everyone to sign the terms and conditions. And the terms and conditions states that if you are not active, even if you paid or if you don't pay, you're going to be removed anyway. So that is our terms. Okay, all right, cool. So from you, if I get you right, everything is going fine within your program, your project is okay, and also the training also is working fine. Anyway, that's okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, cool. So do we have the ADM now?
No, I've checked. It's not even on the general group. No.
Is
The name is
Oluwatosin?
Oluwaseun Akongbe, but I can't find the name unless the person is,
Oluwatosin, no Oluwaseun, Oluwatosin Akongbe.
yeah, Oluwatosin Akongbe.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, that is fine. Juliet, can you kind of, look into that? Let's see if you can get the contact address of this particular person, their telephone number. So, and we can send a message and say what happened anyway. So if you have to strike out this particular person, then we know, So we are not expecting any ADM, which is, that's fine. Okay, all right, cool. That's fine. So let's move to the Scrum Masters, please. Scrum Masters,
Okay. So far we've started off we've started up with the SharePoint. We just got access to the SharePoint on Friday. So we started off something on the SharePoint. And yesterday we were able to work with the rest of the team to start up with the team charter. So far, so good. We've been going well. And concerning the number of people in the team, only 3 members, only myself, Toyosi, and what's Bingpe that has been active. The other people, they joined briefly, but I've not been able to get in touch with them. But regarding the board, we've been able to work on the board, come up with the metrics for the dashboard. We put it there. The SharePoint, we started working on it. The team charter, we have started working on it. Everything is going smoothly. That's where we are.
Okay, all right, cool. So thank you so much for that feedback. Okay, so in terms of work-wise, right, you've kind of got the board configured. Do you want to share that quickly so that I can see? So, and also in terms of okay, what are you going to present for the on Monday, right? For the Monday show and tell or the demo on Monday. So I need to know as well so that we have an understanding. Yeah, if that's okay.
Really, for the show and tell, we've not really discussed what we are going to show, but we can. Let me share the Azure board. We've not really discussed that.
Okay, I'm going to help you. All right. So in terms of what I'm expecting you to do for it, because this demo is for you to shine, right? So, and it's very, very important, even individually. So I'm going to give you some assignments as well or tasks to do. So one, for this particular end of sprint report, right? You need to kind of just collate what you've done, right? So that you don't forget, okay? They've taught you how to create the board, what you've done. So what I'm expecting you to, write a requirement for, write is a report on that. Okay, allow me, please.
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to ask who are working on the team charter. I want to hear from you, Bukola, directly. Who are working on the team charter?
It's all the team members that are pitching in.
That's what I wanted to hear. It sounded a bit private within the Scrum Master, so I just wanted to clarify.
No.
Team. No. All good, thank you.
Okay.
All good.
Did you have a meeting about this?
Yes, we had a meeting yesterday.
Okay.
So we made sure we highlighted the components of the team charter. So we started working on the mission statement yesterday, and the mirror board was a bit of a challenge for us because everybody had to, put in their ideas on the mirror board, which kind of took time. But now we have come up with an idea to ensure that everybody is ready for the next meeting. So we have sent out the component to everyone to actually put their ideas ready, so they know that for each one, when we mention, just put in your idea, you don't need to start thinking about it. So that's what we are doing at the moment, where we have the team charter.
That's fine. So talking about the team charter, this applies to everybody now. To be honest, it's not most of the places that you've worked, they might not even let you know beforehand. They want you to actually talk about it without thinking about it. Do you get it now? So if you have to discuss about it, something that is pressing in your heart that you would discuss at that particular time. It's not going to be afterthought. So, and it's a meeting that you just have within 1 hour, right? So you just have to time box it. You need to learn that. Of course, you guys are learning anyway, so that's fine. So in your next meeting, it's okay, you cannot give them the components or the features that you want them to prepare, but ensure that within that meeting, the team charter is completed and within 1 hour, right? So, and I know mirror board can be difficult for people to learn instantly, right? But it's one of the engagement tools that are really, really powerful, and exposure to it is also very, very important for everybody. So yeah, so if you guys can look into that. So yeah, all right. So yeah, I'm expecting, as we are talking, I was expecting you to share your screen anyway. So
Okay.
you can, yeah. But I'm also careful of the time. I think it's already 26 minutes. So but what I was expecting you to kind of present would be everything that you've done, right, in this particular sprint as a Scrum Master, right? So you will mean that, okay, we started from beginning, we onboarded our team, we did the setup, we added people to Azure DevOps, and technically, let's say you went for an interview, right, and they asked you on your first sprint, what did you do, right? And to be honest, it's not going to be different. This is what you are doing there anyway. And that's where you want to, I would kind of ask everyone to individually create all the Scrum Masters, okay? And they should send it to you. I don't mind if it's the same, right? But all the Scrum Masters need to kind of create one, right? What have we done for the sprints? Right. But
Okay.
yeah, so every Scrum Master needs to put that, and this applies to other teams as well. So what have you done? So I think, and the same thing for project managers. I think you guys have said what you've done, but I want it individually, right? But one person will present, right? One person is going to present for everybody, and it's not going to be in great detail. This is what Bukola has done. This is what Adalis has done. This is what Adi has done. This is what Deji has done, and blah blah, and that's it anyway. So there's still going to be time when you're going to do individual presentation. And please don't run away. And I know a lot of people will run away because they've never done any presentation in their lives, but that's okay. It's a safe environment anyway. So we'll learn as we go along. Okay, but right now, it's going to be a group presentation, but the work will be individual. Okay, I want to see what each one has done, but presentation will be done by one person anyway. Okay, so hopefully that is clear for all the roles actually, right? I want to see what each person has done. What have you achieved? So you will send it to a lead, the person collates everything, and then, yeah, but it has to be individual. Okay. Is that clear? I'm not talking about only Scrum Master, I'm talking about generally everybody. Okay, what I'm expecting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's
Yeah, and if you have not done anything, it's okay to say, yeah, I just joined, I've not done anything. Or yeah, I'm just finding my feet. That also is okay anyway. So okay, all right. But another thing also, this is very, very important, for this particular report. So I don't want to hear more of I've trained, I did the training, I did the training. It's okay to get the training, but more importantly, I want to also hear what you've done. I know the training that we've gone through. Olawumi know, Juliet know. But of course, if you are able to put that, that's fine. But I want to hear where we've done this training, and after the training, I've done this. Right. Oh, that is clear. So that I don't just say, oh, we did Scrum Master training, we did BA training, we know that. Yeah. So, but what have you done on yourself? Yeah. Okay. All right. So because of time, I will just keep, don't worry, the Scrum Master. Let's go to the BA quickly. Right. So that is clear. So, and I want to see screenshots as well, please. Put a lot of screenshots and everything that, yeah. So, yeah. So, okay. All right. So the BAs. Agile team.
Good evening.
Agile
Good evening,
BA.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes. For the BAs, we got the requirement for sprint 1 from the PO, and we've been working on that so far. We've been able to come up with acceptance criteria, with the user stories and acceptance criteria for the requirements, which most of them has been populated at the board. Some have been moved to done, with the development teams they're already working on. And we met with the PO yesterday to conclude on the refinement of the user stories and acceptance criteria. And I think so far there's been a lot of improvement from the team based on how we've been writing our user stories and all that. And yesterday as well, we got the requirement for sprint 2 from the PO, which we'll start working on, even though we're still working on sprint 1. So I believe that we'll proceed with that as soon as possible.
Okay, all right. So which is good. So yeah, which is fine. So you've got a requirement for sprint 2.
Sprint 2, yes.
Okay. So, and what I'm expecting you to also do, all right, before Monday. No, today's Monday, right?
Today is Monday, yes.
Before tomorrow, right? If you have not done it, right, is to create your story for sprint 2, because you know you guys are working ahead of everyone, right? So
yes,
tomorrow you're going to do refinement, right? And your stories need to be ready, right?
Okay.
Okay, all right. You want to prepare your story ready so that they can refine, right? But of course, we still have kind of leeway for this particular sprint because you guys are still finding your feet. But technically, that's what you should have done, right? So, but before tomorrow, try to create as many as possible. If not, right? So, yeah, let's see what you guys are going to do, right?
Okay.
So, because refinement, otherwise, what are you going to refine? Do you get?
Yes.
So, and you don't want, the Scrum Master to kind of start asking you, where are the stories? And that's the role of the Scrum Master as well. Scrum Masters, you need to start asking the BAs because they need to provide the story for the next sprint before Tuesday's refinement so that you can refine those stories, right? And get them prep ready for your sprint planning. It's not the day of your sprint planning, you start looking at story, this one says that. So it means that your refinement will be short compared to what you did last Tuesday, right? When you start going through the stories and everything talking about. So within the sprint planning, you won't be talking about the stories again. You just be kind of estimating the story because you already know what the story is. That's fine. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So the same thing that I've told the other guys as well for the for Monday, I want to also see the stories that every BA has written. Okay.
Okay.
You put them together. Okay. If you are the lead, they send it to you, then send it to your Scrum Master or ADM. Yeah, I think you guys don't have ADM for now. Yeah. Send it to the Scrum Master, right? Let them collate it together, if that's okay. Right. And then
all right,
maybe you or anyone can present on behalf of everybody, if that's okay. Then we'll move on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yes,
All right. So let's hear from the DAs, please.
Hi, good evening, Vijay.
Hi.
Okay, for the days, so far, we've made quite a lot, some progress on our trainings. We've had like 3 trainings for Tableau and 1 for SQL and 1 for Power BI. And we are looking forward to the trainings this week. For Tableau, we have an assignment which we are working on individually. It was a
Like I
task.
said, thank you. And also, please, this is also important. And I know some trainers also might also be using assignments. Please do let them know. They just said we don't give assignments here. Please help me to let them know. So that, because the reason I'm saying that, so that you don't get used to this assignment and you go to interview and so, okay, this assignment, I want you to be as close as you work. Okay. what they are giving to you will be tasks that you have to do, right? So if that's okay, thank you. Continue, please.
Thank you very much. So he gave us a task, and we are working on that individually.
What task is that?
It's a data we worked on collectively in class. He asked us to create a dashboard and generate visualization.
So that's for Tableau.
Tableau, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
have you created a task or PBI on your Azure board?
No,
Okay.
I did.
Can I ask the project managers in your team? Who is the project manager, please?
Onome.
Onome, can you? Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. So can you do something for me for every task that the DA are given, right? Because you want to collate them. Can you create tasks or stories for them? Okay.
Stories, okay.
I'm okay for you to create a story, right? And each one of them would now create task, right? For instance, visualization of Tableau, right? Board, right?
Yeah.
You create that as a story, right?
Okay.
So then also Paradise has got a task to do our own. You create a task for Paradise, right? And other DAs as well, you create a task for them. Because I don't want them to now say, yeah, I didn't do it, right? Like I always say, this is not a place that you come and you don't do anything. No, it's not going to happen, right?
Okay.
So, and they have to finish before end of the sprint.
Okay.
So, and they have to finish that. So technically now, so if these flags is created today, so they've got 1 week to finish, right?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Cool. So if you don't know how to create the task, okay, you can speak to one of your Scrum Masters, they know. But do you know how to create those PBIs?
Yes, I think I should remember how to do that.
Brilliant. Okay. So just create one for them. Of course, you need to know, you start from the epic, you have to know the features so that it's structured. Okay. So if it's okay, all right, within your report on Monday next week, I want to see that layout, if that's okay.
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 Okay,
Juliet?
that's fine. Noted.
Okay. Juliet?
Hi, Deji. Sorry, I was
Hi.
just wondering for the PMDA task, would it be required or relevant to do a swim lane for that so that it doesn't get mixed up with the SharePoint project? I was just thinking, or can they just put it with the bulk project? I didn't even get my question.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, I think they should do that. Yeah. So, Onomen, did you get that? Onomen.
I'm so sorry, I didn't hear that.
Okay, did you get what Juliet said?
No, I didn't.
All right. What she said is like, okay, because right now we have the SharePoint one, right, which is a project, right, for the Agile team. And you have got the DA project, right? So on the same team, right? And there's also going to be a web development project as well. So, well, you don't want them to mix up, right, within the board, right? So at work, normally what you do is that you create them as a swim lane, okay? If you don't know how to do that, speak to any of the Scrum Masters or just Google it out anyway. So you get it how to create swim lane. Yeah. So you just create a swim lanes. It means that the SharePoint project will be on a particular swim lane. Yours will be on a particular swim lane. So they are not, it's easy to manage anyway, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. So
this swim lane will be on the Azure board?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So speak to any of the Scrum Master, log into this chat, and if you don't, if you don't know what to do, speak to Juliet. She's the one that recommended it anyway. But that's what we normally do anyway, so that's fine. So yes, speak to Juliet. She can assist you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I think the Scrum Master should be able to do that as well. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Paradise, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, aside that one, you gave us a task, the last general meeting where you asked us to collect the number of stories written by the BAs per sprint, and we've been trying to figure out how to get that data. So that's what we escalated to the PMs, which she has taken to the SMs, because we are looking at extracting it from the Azure board and doing the cleaning and generating our visualization. So we are still waiting to hear from them. However, we've also created a live spreadsheet, just waiting in case they are not able to extract the data for us. We'll just use the spreadsheet to we'll share that to the BAs to impute those data for us, and then we'll be able to work on it. And on that, we personally, I wouldn't say we now, because personally, I also wanted to know if in this kind of scenario, would it be appropriate for us to do the data entry, like go to Azure board and enter the data ourselves, or do we just look for a way to generate it and then work with the data? So
All right. So I think what you are expressing, or even experiencing is a valid situation even at work actually. So the first thing that from what you are saying right now is data collection, right? How do you collect your data, right? So, and of course you can ask your what's it called, stakeholders to give you those data, and you could collect them yourself as well, right? So how do you gather your data? So first thing, right, even if that data is not available, right, you can, like what you said is really, really good. So you can create a SharePoint, right? A SharePoint, Excel SharePoint, right? So then send it to your BA, right? And also the QA, right? Whoever you want them to put the data in. So what I'm expecting now for this particular sprint, how many stories or tasks have they done, right? So you also do the same thing for next sprint as well. Okay, for next sprint. So you'll be able to now tabulate them to say, okay, this person did 1 this sprint, this person did 2 next sprint, 3 next sprint, and you see information from that Excel sheet, right? Because it's possible that, yeah, maybe this person is having a progress or is having issues, because let's say this person did 10 or let's say 5 in the first sprint. In the second sprint, you now did 3. What's happening? So those are the things that you are going to be probing. You're going to get information from. Do you get it now? So,
yeah.
And one thing I don't want, what's it called? IT limitation to limit you from doing what you need to do, right? You could as well just ask them and put the information in. But as you go along, I think you can export those information as well, right? Which as you go along, I don't think the Scrum Masters know how to do that, okay? So we're going to let them know later. But for now, right, I will ask you can do it manually, right? So for next sprint, yeah, we're going to teach the Scrum Master how to export those information, right? So once they exported it, then you can use it. But it means that you know how to gather your information manually, and also you know how to export this information. You also need to know anyway. So first, gather it manually. There are not a lot of people. So we are only talking about maybe 7 or 8 BAs and also 5 DAs anyway. Do you get it now? And also, so, and it also applies to you as well. DAs, how many things you've done and everything, and also the keywords. Just put them together, right? And you got almost 2 weeks to provide this anyway. So
Okay, to be sure, please, did you just say we should also collect for what the QAs have done?
yes, that's right.
Okay, so BAs and QAs. Okay.
And every A's.
All right.
Yeah, the BA, there's A, the DA, there's A, the keyway. Anyone that's got the A, just get that information.
All right. Oh, thank you very much.
All right, cool. Onome, please.
Yes. I was just having a look at creating the swim lanes, and it says I don't have enough permission. So does that mean I should leave it for the Scrum Masters?
Yeah, you can jump in a session with them, because also
Okay.
You want to see them doing it anyway, right? So that you can be able
Okay.
to do it. Yeah. So that's all. But if you already know what to do, then you can ask them to kind of create it for you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, all right. Let's move to the keywords, please. Keywords. And the same thing, like I said before, right? I also want list of active and not active members in your report as well, please. Every team, active members. So basically, you want to start collating them, right? And if the Scrum Master can put them on, on the report. So we know the list of people that you have. Start collating. Yeah, that's another thing I would ask the DA to do, right? I've asked the Scrum Master to start recording attendance, right, in daily stand-up. Hopefully you guys are doing this. The Scrum Master for Agile, Team Agile, have you started that?
No, sir. In
Okay,
all honesty, I've not.
all right,
I
that's
was
fine.
thinking Tim will allow me to do it this night to take the attendance, but it's not allowing me to take it. It's not dropping the attendance for me.
Okay, you got 1 week, right? That's fine. For today, as I think you can even send messages out to everyone, right? Put it maybe a spreadsheet or something. Did you attend this session? Did you attend this session? Let them retrospectively feed the previous one. Do you get it now?
Okay.
And know that, okay, honestly, they will feed the right one. That's fine. But of course, starting from tomorrow, you would be there filling it. But one thing I need to say also, so that you don't go for interview and say, I collect attendance for my team. You don't do that at work. So I'll be telling you what you do at work, what you don't do at work, and what we do here for the sake of, to ensure that this runs properly. Anyway, you don't collect attendance at work as a Scrum Master. It's just because of this training, okay? So if you can start, for the future, start marking them, right? So also for the previous one, make sure that they fill it. They send the information to the DA. Let the DA, they know what to do. They can provide a very beautiful visualization, right? Paradise, is that not right? They know the magic, right? Paradise.
Sir. Okay.
This
is not the
please,
time to.
I didn't quite get it.
I said, like, okay, Bukola is going to send you a beautiful spreadsheet, right,
Okay.
of raw data of attendance, and you are going to put it in a more beautiful presentation using your tool, right? You can use Tableau, you can use Power BI, or you can use Excel anyway. So you just need to kind of, So this is what we have raw data, then present it in a better way, right?
All right, sir.
Okay. That also
Sir.
applies to the DA from the other team as well. So, please. Okay.
Okay, sir, I just want to confirm, is it only the attendance for daily stand-up or for
Yes.
every of the meeting?
Oh, it will be good to get the other meetings. I'm going to assume that you only have maybe 2 or 3 other meetings, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so it's going to be which other meetings? The refinement and also daily sprint planning, right? Yeah. So collect all the meetings. And one thing that I also want to tell you, right? So it's just every day, even at work, if you have sprint planning in a day, most people might not do daily stand-up, right? Because we are going to be that sprint planning anyway, so we don't do daily stand-up. That's another thing anyway. So on that day you do the sprint planning, you can decide not to do daily stand-up. Do you get it now? Because it's technically of no use. And also in the day of the daily stand-up on sprint planning, right, is the first day of the sprint. And most people have not done anything because it's the first day. So it makes no sense actually to do daily stand-up on the first day of the sprint. But some people do it, but technically there's no point of doing daily stand-up in the first day of the sprint. What have you done? You have not done anything anyway, right? So that's where people just cancel it. Okay. All right, cool. Let's hear from the keywords, please.
Good evening, Deji.
Hi.
So the first thing regarding the tax you gave us on Friday, So we've been having a bit of argument and confusion on that. So the thing is, you asked me to assign taxes, test cases taxes to everyone, maybe 5 to 1%. So people have been saying I can't assign 5 to 1%.
Why?
Yeah. So the thing is, on Friday, I think you were actually looking at maybe Team Binary's Azure DevOps board, and maybe they actually had more. But in Team Agile, as of Friday, we had nine
Okay.
people as in committed. So they were saying I should only assign one to one person, and that won't even go around. It won't go around anyway. So I felt like,
hold
okay,
on,
let me
Kasim.
still. Okay,
How many QAs do you have?
I have 11. We have 11. Rather.
Okay. And you have how many stories?
You committed. We have, as of now, we have 7.
7 stories. Okay.
Yeah,
And
you committed.
which I've actually addressed that day, right? So, and I said 5 stories per person, right? And I said that
Five
5
stories per.
per person. And let's say you only have 5, right? Assign the 5 to the 11 people. So now you have 7, right? You even have more than enough, right? Assign 5 of them to one person, assign another 5 or the same 5 to another person. Does that make sense now?
So one person is going to do 5.
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay.
So that means
Because
it's,
the
it's
people,
possible that 7 people will do one story. But the reason is that I don't want one person, right, to not do one story for 1 week. Each story will not take you 1 hour, right? So that's fun. So the fact that you're going to do the same thing does not mean, yeah, it's fine. You can even learn from each other. There's no how those 5 people will do the same thing. It's going to be totally different. So, and also it's good for you to have exposure to all the stories. That is the reason.
Okay. Also, I let me just crucify myself. So when you told me to assign the taxes, I made a mistake. I assigned all the stories on the board to everybody before a mentor actually corrected me that it should only be in dev done, which you said which was contradicting, because you actually said we can assign the ones in committed, the ones in dev, and the ones in dev done. But they were actually saying something else, that no, that you can only assign the ones in dev done. I don't know if that makes sense.
All right. So one thing is very, very important, right? This is communication, right? And fortunately, I was in your team on that day, right? If I was not, then if the mentor is saying this, right? And if the mentor say do this, and you say categorically, they just say this, and I don't think the mentor would argue with you. Maybe you were not convincing enough, and you weren't sure what I asked you to do. Do you get it now?
Yes.
So, and that, so I'm going to repeat again, right? So in committed, right, and also in dev done, right, how many stories have you got?
Right now, I'm actually in the meeting with my phone because my laptop is hanging, so I would have checked
That's fine.
because
There's 9. There's 9 altogether.
Okay, 9 altogether. Okay, that's fine. So please, the guys in binary, please listen as well. Okay, 9 altogether. So because in committed and in dev done, you guys are going to use it. And I took my time to explain to you what committed means. It means that you guys are going to do this particular story within the sprint. So even though it is not yet dev done, you are going to be expecting to see it, right? So what I'm expecting you to do for the committed one, it's not for you to execute a test. It's for you to write your test cases ready. Do you get it now?
yes,
So for the
yes.
dev done, they are already ready, so you can execute it. We've actually gone through how you're going to run your test, create your test cases. We've also did the execution. So there are 2 different things, okay? So the one in dev done, you can write your test cases and then later execute it because developers, which is the Scrum Master, and they've told you we've done it. But the one in committed is not yet done. So you can write your test cases for them, but you are waiting for developers to do them. Do you get it now? So once
Yes,
it's
yes.
done, it's in dev done, then you can then execute them. and you can see whether there's bug or not. Okay, so I'm going to repeat it again. So for dev done and also committed one, assign 5, right, to everyone. Each person should have at least 5. So they are
5, yeah, 5.
They are going to write test cases for those 5. They are also going to then execute them. So, but of course, assignment will not be on the board because there's no how you're going to put 5 people on the board. Do you get it now? So I'm okay for you to put it in the comment section, which is discussion, right? To say, these 5, you are working on this, and let them know, or create a what's it called? A SharePoint sheet, right? To say, oh, these 5 people, you are working on these 5. So maybe it's okay to put them together in that block. Do you get it now? And say these 5 stories, these 5 people are working on, or these 5 stories, these 5 people are working on. So with 5, or maybe, yeah, if you are 11, right, you can just divide them into 2. Yeah. Do you get it now? You create 5, right? So you assign, let's say, 6 people to that 5, right? You create another 5, yeah, which means that because you only add 9, right? That 5, there will be another one that is kind of overlapping with the previous set. Do you get it now? And you create another 5, you assign to another set of 6 people because you have 11. 5 people, 6. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting you guys to do.
Okay, yeah, I have assigned 4 already, so I'll just assign one more to everyone.
But let them know what they've been assigned to. Okay.
Yes, I shared it with them. Yes.
Because yours is easier, right? At the end of the what's it called? The sprint, it's easy for me to know who has not done anything to say, okay, because you have not done your task, you are inactive. Bye-bye. Thank you. I'll see you next year. Do you get it now? That will be the yeah. So because the same thing applies to the DA because they have to do their work. The Scrum Masters, it's easy to kind of hide. So for them, I need to get the Scrum Master telling me these people are not active. The BA is the same thing. You have to write your stories. If you don't write it, you are gone. All right. So, okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So I need to see the report created. So if you are going to be leading in this sprint, I need to see those one you've assigned to people and if they have done it, if they have not done it. Do you get it now? You want to, yeah. So not you created a report. Each one would have to say, they have signed 5 to me and I have done these 5, right? This is my report. This is even a screenshot of their tests as well, test cases. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So your role is to collate them and then send it to your Scrum Master to collate them in a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. All right, cool. So let's move quickly. Allow me, Juliet. Sorry, I think I've used a lot of time. So if you don't mind. So binary team, okay? ADM.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you. Have I missed anyone in the Team Agile? Any role in the Team Agile that I've missed? Okay, that's all. Okay, let's move to Team Binary, please. ADM for Binary.
Hi, DJ.
Hi.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
So far so good. Though limitation. I know I saw someone on the project mandate where they said the ADM is part of developers. Oh, I've not gotten access to SharePoint yet. And Yetunde said whether they changed it to only Scrum Masters or so. But then
hold on 1 minute. Do you have access to Teams?
Yeah, I have access to Teams.
So, and you say you don't have access to SharePoint. Once you have access to Teams, you have access to SharePoint as well. It's the same access.
Yeah. But the team on my system, I'm not seeing SharePoint there, so I don't really know.
Yeah, okay. So you need to speak to one of the Scrum Masters or any member of your team. There's something you're not doing right or something that, So it's the same access for your Teams and your SharePoint, right? So, and even if you're not using Team, if you're not going through Teams, right, to get to SharePoint, they can also send you the link because SharePoint, there are 2 entry. You can use your Teams and you can also use URL anyway. It's a website anyway,
Okay.
So get that sorted ASAP. Okay.
Okay, as pertains to the project, we've gone far. And I think for the work okay, I asked the Scrum Master, I said we're working with 13 PBIs, and out of that 13, they've worked on 9 already. 4 of them is with them, and they are working on 4. So the 9 already is dev done, 4 is in dev.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing that you need to also try to look from your role, right? So of course, which I like your report, which is fine, right? You know what your team is doing, because you are going to be giving high level overview of your report of what your team is doing in stakeholders meeting, right? So you need to be able to, in a few words, right? Someone to say, okay, what is your team doing? Blah, blah. Okay, we are this, we have this. And also to say, oh, at the end of the particular sprint, we are going to do this. Do you get it now? So you've got your, for instance, if I ask you now, what is your goal for your sprint? What would you say? What's your sprint goal? You don't need to be muted this time around. Okay, it's not going to say I don't know.
The team's motto, which is team of the future.
No. So every sprint, there will be a goal. What is your team going to achieve in the sprint? Do you get it now? So based on the stories in the sprint, you need to know, right? I think I can tell you what you're going to achieve will be maybe the footer or the header, or do you get it now, or whatever? Yeah, do you get what are you going to achieve for this particular sprint?
Because it has to do with the footer.
Okay.
Because most of the user stories, they are aligning with the footer.
Okay, so you need to get that. Okay, you need to know what your guys are working on. That's very, very important. And also, when stories are taking too long on the board, you need to ask the Scrum Master, do you get it now? What is happening? And this is even really important because unfortunately, right? Okay, allow me to say SharePoint. So what's you're going to see now, because the Scrum Masters are the developers, and technically they might struggle with some things, right? You are the one that would now serve as a quality gate to say, what is happening? Why are we not moving this story? Yeah, which I think is really, really good. Okay. So, but now, quick question. In terms of training, how are you doing? Which training do you attend?
In terms of training, we're going, IoT is really bombarding us with tasks. And so far, so good. Okay, it gave us like 3 tasks. And for the project brief, I've done that one, though I've not submitted it yet.
Okay.
It's amending the WASI matrix and the project log, which I know I will do. But then in terms of training, we're going well. Because we're working on the legacy projects, and he said we're going to do it from start to finish.
Okay, cool. That's brilliant. So, but you know that, okay, you got 2 arms, unfortunately for you. You got the training for the Scrum Master and you got the training for the project manager all together in your own, right? So both of them. So because you need to get the flair of both words, if that's okay. So which is fine. So then because when you speak, you talk about I think there are 2 people in your team, right?
Yeah, the other guy, he has issue with the Agile DevOps. Probably he said he used the sister's mail or something to register for the Agile DevOps, and so he didn't really catch on time. But I'm trying to put him through what's on everything.
Okay. Can you ensure that you do that? So, and also escalate that if he's still having issues. Okay. So I'm going to put him in your care, because this is also a very good learning curve to you in case if any member of your team enters the team. So how do you get the person up to speed and everything, which I think is good. experience as well. Anyway, okay. All right, cool. So, okay, thank you for that. So on your report, I want to see all these things that you've done, right? So for next sprint, so you for this particular Monday, next Monday that we are going to do the report, if that's okay. Okay. Scrum Masters, please. Yes, Scrum Masters. Scrum Masters for Team Binary. Scrum Masters for Team Binary. All right, we got Stephen, Yetunde, Bello, Motunrayo, Adegbero, Covenant, Isioma, Oluwadamilola. Do we have anyone here? Team Binary? Should we scrap the Scrum Masters?
I think Yetunde is on the call, but she's on mute.
Okay. All right. I need to know how many of these people are active because there's always report about the Scrum Master from Binary, and this is confirming my fear actually. So, and maybe we might have to scrap them. I'll bring new people in, maybe from the bodies, right, to help you guys, or maybe we get some people from Loan, from Agile team to help you, and it's going to be a good experience for them.
Sorry, DJ. I don't know. Maybe yesterday is having issue with network, but yesterday is very active. She's very active.
She's very active.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to her just now.
Yeah, that was the same thing I wanted to say. I've been in their meeting a couple of times and she's always there.
All right. So is it only
She was here this evening. They had a DSU and she was the one that coordinated it.
Okay. So is it only Yetunde that we're talking about? How about the others?
It's only Yetunde that I've been privileged to actually meet. And that one
Miracle. Moturayo, I don't know if she's a Scrum Master. One Moturayo or something.
Yeah, there's Motunrayo as well as a Scrum Master.
Moturayo too, she's active too.
Okay.
Those are the two I know about.
Okay, Benro.
Yes, I'm also a Scrum Master, but I came in late. So most of what I did, I had the problems with the Azure DevOps, which I sorted out, and the SharePoint on Teams. I sent a text to Yetunde. She was able to sort that one out for me. So after that, I was able to have full access, and I've been attending, not in the initial stage because I had that problem, but we're supposed to meet according to it on Saturday. I don't think anybody reached it was organized again. I'm just hearing it as news now that they met on Sunday yesterday, yes, which is Sunday.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So okay, so I'm going to allocate Ortega, please. All right. To help me coordinate that, I need to know the list of the Scrum Masters that are active, right? If that's okay. Is that fine, Ortega?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get that sorted out.
Okay, so I need to know, yeah, even if it's 3, that's fine. We just move on anyway. So if none is active, I got lots of people that can jump on anyway. And yeah, so which I think is okay. So, okay, all right, so that is fine, Greenro. So please ensure that, yeah, going forward, you are in there, you know what to do. And if you join late, please ensure that you go back to watch the video so that you can be able to know what to do. It's practical, so your team will be depending on you anyway. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the BAs, please. The BAs. And also the same task I've given to the Scrum Masters in the Team Agile applies to you as well. So I'm not going to talk about the task again because I've already kind of given it. So please watch the videos. It's being recorded. Any task I gave for the other team as well applies to you team. The keyway, the BA, and everything applies as well. Okay. BA, please.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. So do the things that the trainings that we've had as BAs, we were able to assign tasks amongst ourselves in the first sprint, and we wrote the user stories and acceptance criteria. and the wireframing. Majority of us have actually added that as part of our user story. We've just had the illustration meetings with our PO today, and where requirements have been given to us. So for the next sprint, because we are working ahead of the sprint, we are getting ready, assigning tasks to ourselves so that we can put the user stories for the next sprint and get it refined for approval from our PO. Our initial is the user stories that we wrote in the first instance. We had about 13 or 14 of them in dev already. So we have 4 that we are still expecting our PO that are in BA done for approval as we speak. So that have gone through refinement. So we are waiting for the approval. I think that's the update.
Okay, all right, thank you. How many BAs do we have for your team, please?
14.
14, and all of them are active?
We're 14 because like 2 joined lately, but majority of us have been active on this team.
Okay. So of course I need to know the tasks that they've done. So
okay,
if you collect the tasks they've done, right? And if you say they're active, that means at least they will have done like 3 or 4 4 stories created. How many stories did you create on last sprint, or for this current sprint rather?
Just a moment, please. $16.
So so technically it shows that some people are not active if they are not created anything, right?
Yeah, actually, when we started, before you gave the instruction, we have already written the user story. And remember in the last meeting where you actually said we should make sure that each of us writes three user stories.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, most of our user stories have already gone for refinement as at that time with our PO. So, and I remember I asked the question that it may not go around, and you said no. So going with the other question that I don't know whether it's the QA that asked the same question, maybe we could have just added, it doesn't matter who writes it, we should have just given 3 to each and every one of us.
Yeah. So you need to know the purpose of this, right? Because sometimes it's easy for people to hide under the other to say, oh, yeah. And before you know, they won't do anything at all. And that's not the purpose of the training, right? Or I've seen a situation whereby someone will just sit there and do it for everybody, right? To be honest, this person will think he's doing them a favor. It's not actually, right? Because otherwise, this person is the only one learning, right? Other people are not. And they'll think, oh, thank you, Felicia, you've done everything. Do you get it now? And you are not helping them. I'm only using that as a sample if that's okay. So, and that's why even if it's going to be repetition of what a BA has done, right? And the person who write his own, that's why they're here. So they need to do it. Do you get it now? So I've said, okay, right, let's assume that, okay, this sprint is gone, but going forward, even 3 is even a small number. It doesn't cost more than 1 hour or 2 to write one story, and you have a whole 2 weeks, right? It's not, to be honest, it's not a lot, right? And there's not, I just say limitation, I just say minimum of 3. To be honest, there's nothing stopping someone to write 10 or 20. Do you get it now? The more you write, the more you are exposed to it. Do you get it now? The more you go for interview, you'll be talking about different stories that you've written. And what happened, sorry, I want to explain it. In the temper, someone will only write one story throughout the internship, and that story is only login. And the person will go for interview. The only thing the person will be mentioning login. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I don't want that to happen. I've learned this over years now, right? To actually, yeah. So that's where people that come to this platform know that you cannot hide. I'm gonna find you out, because the system will work and the system will find you out actually, and then you are out. So we need to know that. So at least I said at least 3 because you are new, right? Yeah. But for next sprint, it's not going to be 3. And let me even tell you now, because you guys are already working ahead. So I'm expecting you at least 5 for the next sprint. Okay.
All right, take it.
So even if it's going to be repetition, right, for the same thing, right, I don't mind as long as I'm getting that from people, right? Even if you know, oh, Felicia is working on footer, and Goodness is working on the same footer, but you are not going to write the same thing, to be honest, right? Even if you are going to write the same, you will not use the same English, right? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So let's get your report for what you've done. That is fine. Then also I want to see the list of people that are active. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Patricia,
okay.
please. Patricia.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Yeah,
You're muted. Did you want to say that?
yeah, I'm in team binary. I don't know if you can hear me now.
I can hear you now.
Okay. So you're saying about writing user stories that one of us can write 5 and all, but the SMs have to carry out what we write. Won't it be confusing saying different user stories for one features?
Which is good. That's a good question. And I was expecting it as well. Okay. So, which is really, really a good question. So let's assume that 5 of you guys have written one story. So during your refinement, you look at those 5 stories. They are similar, right? So this also happens as well when you have 2 BAs working on a project, and sometimes they will write the same thing, right? And the refinement will say, "Oh, Patricia has written this story. Sorry, I didn't know," right? And Goodness will say, "Oh, I've written the same thing." What happens? We look at those 2 stories together, and one thing we can match them and say, "Oh, there's one thing Patricia missed, and Goodness have written the same thing. Okay, let's look at it." And then what happens? We can look at the content and say, "Okay, let's put them together into one story." So what we're going to do in that instance is to now link them together, say these stories are related to each other, right? Then we can remove one. We are not going to delete it. We'll remove them so that one of them will not be part of what we're going to work on, but we link it in case we have to go back to that story to say, okay, oh, this story is related to this one, and we can link them as duplicates. Do you get it now? Then in this case now, you have 5 people, right? They've written one story, right? So what happens is that you will take the best one, collate the other ones. Of course, the other ones also might not be the best, but they will have some parts that is good, right? Collate them together, then remove the other one as duplicates. Do you get it now in your refinement? Then you go and start working on one. So then developers will only work on one of them. All right.
Okay then. Thank you.
All right. But that was a good, I was expecting that question anyway. So yeah. Okay. Next, okay, I think that is a BA. So let's move to the QAs, please.
Good evening,
And
AG. Hi. So for the QAs, post the sessions we had last week, we decided to meet yesterday evening. And so far, obviously, we are listed as 11 members. However, if I'm being honest, I've only been speaking to, I believe, probably 3 of us. So Davis and Nathan, I've been consistently speaking with, and last week I think new joiner Adebayo Victor as well. I was also on the call yesterday. What we've achieved so far is we've achieved our test plan first draft. This has now been shared with our QA mentor as of this morning, Alex Johnson, and we're hoping to send a test strategy document to him probably by this evening as well. And post this call tonight, myself and Davis will be working together to allocate the PBIs to the listed QA members. However, I've only been mainly speaking to 3 people. I'm happy for Davis to jump in if there are other QAs, but these are the people that I've been speaking with so far.
Thank you.
Sorry to cut you short. I've been in all the meetings you've has been anchored. I haven't missed any meeting at all. So
okay.
This is Omi.
Hi, Omi, nice to meet you. I didn't know you were QA. Okay.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So there's something that one thing I'm going to hear from me, learn from me is you're going to learn everything, right? And I know KG is quite experienced. There's something at work that you guys would need to learn. And Omi, you need to put that there. There's something they call visibility at work, right? If you are doing very well at work and your boss does not know you are doing well, you are not visible. It means that maybe you don't talk at work, you don't speak out, you don't, yeah. So then you are not visible. When they are looking for promotion, it's these people that are always chatty that they give promotion to. They might not know the job, right? Or maybe you are a silent person doing the job, but you're not visible, right? To be honest, you don't get promotion, right? You don't get to be known, right? I'm just talking about that in case if you are one of the silent team members, okay?
I'm a silent team member actually. It's just that lately of late it's been assigning the PBIs to with the QAs, right? And there's been nothing serious to talk about. I mean, most times when we have meetings, I mean, just basically showing us things that are yet to be done. And then I guess they already appoint people and then they do their thing, right? So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to jump in and start saying I'm supposed to do this and do that, and all of that. So I was waiting for the main events or main work to start then, you know. So
yeah, Omi, please, have you responded to that
I respond to all the chats. Yes, I respond to all the chats, everything. I attend all the meetings. I am more than active.
So what is your name, your full name in the program? So we know, please.
I'm not Maybe Williams.
Say again.
I'm not Maybe Williams.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So you need to be active. You don't say okay because they are not, yeah, there's nothing to say, right? And of course, even at the stand-up as well, of course, you want to be visible, right? I'm only talking about this for generally for everybody. I know even most of us are working, maybe might not be in IT or might not be in the role that you want to do, but it's very, very important to be visible at work, right? It's very, very, and you're going to see that as well. Some people will do the job, right? But you won't hear them actually. But to be honest, it's not good for everyone. It's not good for you as well. Be visible, be vocal, right? Of course, not talkative anyway. When you need to speak and responsibly as well. That's very, very important. Okay. All right. The same thing applies to you guys. Okay. You saw, you've read what I asked the other guys to do. Okay. Your tasks, yeah, and also the report. KG, can I assume you are the lead for this particular sprint for the QAs? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you've assigned the tasks to them as well?
I'm assigning it this evening.
Okay, all
We
right.
were supposed to do that yesterday, but we didn't get response. So hopefully by today, everyone responds to the message Davis has already put on the group chat. Please. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So that would mean 5 tasks per person, and they need to do it, and you need to collect by the end of the sprint, which is good. Thank you so much. Okay, and let's move on swiftly to project managers. Project managers. Project managers for binary team.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hi, Olufemi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Well, we've been holding our meeting for some time now. The last time we had our meeting, I think we did a project mandate. Mr. AY gave us a project mandate, gave us an assignment to do to create a project brief. We did RISI and some other.
You said Ayo gave you what to do?
An assignment to do a project brief to create
Ayo will not give you assignments, right?
I mean, Mr. Ayo Kongi.
Yeah. He will not give you assignment to do.
Oh, he told us
Someone
to
should
do
correct that now.
Task. Oh, sorry, sir. Tax.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He gave us a task to do.
Okay.
Project brief, RISI, and we've been presenting for 2 weeks now, and we are still presenting this week when we meet, in addition to the task he gave us. So I think that's basically what we've been doing so far.
Okay. That
More
is
or less, yes, sir.
So that's brilliant. So, and in your team, you have almost like 6 people, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
And are they all active?
Most of them that I know.
Okay. So yeah, I want to see what you guys have done on Monday, right? Individual report, right? But okay, then one of you would kind of present it as well. Okay. So
Okay,
that's
sir.
what's going to happen. Okay. All right,
Okay,
cool.
sir.
So I think that is fine. So, and yeah, Olufuna, there's no sir here. Okay. It's Deji and it's not Mr. Ayo as well. His name is Ayo.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Noted.
Thank you. And okay. Okay, let's go to the DA, right? And another thing that I want to also clarify, I can see a lot of people with very long name, and that's why I want to call out Omi. Omi, that is really, really good. So because one way or the other, we are going to be creating our CVs, right? Maybe I need to start correcting this, right? So I will prefer you put a name that you want to put on your CV, right? And so on this, so that people start calling you that name, okay? So, and I know some people have got a very long name like Omowumi, right? So maybe I don't know, we start to call her Omo or what? I don't know. Yeah. So, but that's fine anyway. So, like I said, Omowumi, what do you do at work? Omowumi, don't be mute now, okay? Please, you need to speak now. What did they call you at work? Omowumi. Now she's quiet now. Okay. All right. So because one way or the other, because
So
this is
I just want to know, is it me you're calling?
yes.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Because there's another Omawumi, isn't it?
About call. I'm Olawumi Adeleye.
Sorry, Olawumi. I get confused now because okay, Olawumi. What did they call you?
Ola.
Ola. So why not Olawumi?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. So I think that explains it. Sorry, apologies. Yeah. So yeah, the same way. Okay. I think Omawumi said they call it Wumi anyway. So which is fine. So it will be good for us to kind of use the name here, right? So that we'll get used to that. So that when we are writing the CV as well, we are not writing the long name on the CV, right? So it's very, very important. So next time when we come, please let's try to do that as well, if that is okay anyway. So we also start to call each other that particular name that we want people to call us at work as well. I don't mind when we have a lot of Olas, a lot of Ades, that also happen at work as well anyway. So okay, all right. So last row is DA, okay? DA for binary.
Good evening, this is Bode on behalf of the DA in Team Binary. All right, as per training, we've had good time with Power BI, Tableau. We've had 3 sessions with Tableau. We've had 1 session on SQL. As for team members, we are 6 listed, even though we had like 2 new entrants recently, but then everyone is active in the team. We have a task in Tableau, which is to create a dashboard and then visualization for sample data that we are working on. You also give us a task last week that we should compile a table of the BAs and the work done and number of stories they are working on for this.
And also, sorry for that, I've also added the BA, keywords, and yourself as well, right? DS. So there are 3 rows that you need to compile what they are doing. Okay.
Yes,
So
I'm following. So I know. So that's what we've been doing. Though we had a challenge in our team to get the data, just like Paradise said while she was presenting for Team Agile. The PMs in our team, I don't even know any of them. I'd sent a couple of chats to the platform to say who is the lead PM here, or any PM to just respond. There are usually no response. So I was surprised when Lufinola was presenting just now. It's my first time of meeting her. And then, but we escalated that to the SM, which is here today, and she's currently working on it on how to get the data to use for the table. Yeah. Okay. In addition, we created a Google Sheet and sent to the platform so that each of the BAs could key the data in and we could use them. Okay. So that's what we've done so far. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. So that's okay. Thank you for that. So Olufumilola, can you respond to that? So I think they say your team are not responding to the request. Okay, the project management team, right?
Pardon me, I don't know what request that is. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, we while we were doing one of our trainings, we were told that the data analysts are not supposed to create data. They will be given data by their POs or by their organization. And so when you give us this task, we sent a request to the platform.
Hold on, buddy. You said the data analysts are not supposed to create data, right?
No, what I mean is to generate data, rather. To generate, so that we are not the owners of data.
No, of course, you are not the owner. Does not mean you are not going to generate it. For instance, if you generate this data right now, you don't own it. Do you get it now? Okay. It's not your it's not your asset, right? Okay. It's Blue Sky's asset. But of course, you've been hired to kind of solicit, or maybe the right was kind of to gather those data. Do you get it now? Okay. But you are not the owner. Of course, you can be the custodian of that data, but you don't own it, right? You don't have the proprietary right to that data. Do you get it now? Okay. But of course, you might as well be tasked to go and gather the data. Do you get it now? Okay. Because the data might also be available in raw data or in people's head, in people's table. Do you get it now? You need to go and find it out. Do you get it now? But of course, the data is not even your own as well. You don't have the data. Do you get it now? It's not like you bring your data from somewhere and say, oh, there you go. For instance, if you go to the BA to get the data, it's not yours. The BA have to supply you. And that's what the tutor is telling you. It's not like you bring your data. For instance, the keyway will bring their test framework and they'll start developing. You don't bring anything. The data will have to be supplied for you. Do you get?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I've got Shadrach raising the hand. 1 minute, brother. Shadrach, is there anything that you wanted to add?
No, that's a mistake. Sorry, guys.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, brother, continue, please.
So that's what that's a misconception. We actually knew what to do. I mean, we could have access the Azure board and extract this data manually, but because I thought we were not supposed to do that ourselves. So we had that belief that we were supposed to do it for us, and we've been pressing them. At least I had 2 chats on the platform asking for that info. As of today, that was when the link for the Google Sheet was just posted on the platform for the BAs to respond to, because no PM was forthcoming with any response. Okay. But now we know what to do, sir.
All right, that's fine. That's why you're here, actually. And this applies to all the roles, right? So you are waiting for someone to supply you an information to do your job, right? If you don't get the information and you don't do your job, who is going to be sacked? Do you get it now? So because you are the one that did not get it, you didn't do, and the person who can come and say, oh, I was very busy, that's the blah, 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 I've been doing that, and you will say, oh, I've been saying about what have you done? Do you get it now? So if that comes, so you need to escalate it as soon as possible. Do you get it now? But one thing I can tell you now, this applies to even the DA in the team Agile as well, and also the project managers. Please ensure that you meet up with your DA. Okay, let me ask a question. What happened in the daily stand-up? How do you guys do the daily stand-up?
Yeah, we, like today, I joined the daily stand-up on team a bit late because I didn't get the invite on time. But then as people were responding, as Yetunde was calling on people from other teams to respond, I sent a message to her directly, at least 2 messages saying, please mention the issue, escalate this issue of PMs not responding to requests.
Okay. Can
So
we
we mentioned that.
can you have a little change, right? Because I want these project managers to get involved with this, okay? So the Scrum Master will facilitate the daily stand-up for the Agile team. For the data team, the project managers would have to facilitate. One, you can use the same stand-up, right? But even better, you can as well just have a different link for yourself. But for now, I'm okay for you to use the same stand-up, right? But when the Agile team has finished, then the project managers would now say, okay, now is the time for the data now. So they need to kind of facilitate and call, okay, but okay, what do you have for us? Rose, what do you have for us? Olu, from that, what do you is that okay? I want a clarification from the project managers now that you got this. This is your responsibility.
Noted, sir. I'll pass it to
Yes,
my
sir.
colleagues too.
Yeah.
All
Noted.
right. That is from the binary Agile team, please. Team Agile, can I get confirmation that you got this as well? Project managers in Agile team.
Yes, we got the client now.
Someone is talking. I can't hear the person properly.
Yeah, it's noted.
Who's that?
PM.
Okay, Wumi. Okay, all right, cool. I like the fact that you've changed your name as well, which is good anyway. So that's good. So okay, all right, cool. Thank you, Wumi. So okay, all right, brilliant. Okay, and okay. You are the one that now you are getting me confused. I've worked with Allow for almost like many years now. I've never got her name wrong. But that's all. And you got the same surname as Allow. All right. So unfortunately. Okay. All right. So let's continue anyway. So I think that is us. It's good that we have this session anyways to clarify all these things. So yeah, any question before I let you guys go? Right. Any question? Hopefully everything is clear.
Yeah, I have a question, Deji.
Please, Davis.
Yeah, for the QA, so for the team, we have the general team, and we also have team Agile, team binary, and then in team binary, we have all the rules. So I think one of the challenges we're having is having to drop a message in team binary as for the QAs, and then other messages come up, and sometimes, in fact, the messages are too many that maybe by the time the QA person log in, may not even see that message. So I'm asking for permission if we can create a group on Telegram just for QAs only, team binary QA only. So when we drop a message there, any member of team binary that is QA will definitely see the message and will not miss it.
All right. That is good, but I'll tell you why we don't kind of do that. Okay. One, for you and also for the team. All right. So what's going to happen is like, so if you do that, so you're going to also assume that there will be BA channel as well for your team. There will be Scrum Master. There will be, do you get it now? And each one of them would also put someone in there to monitor what you are doing as well. So, and which is not sustainable for us. We've tried that, to be honest, it wasn't even good anyway. So also, any discussion that you want, because you are a team, you want everyone to also be part of that. Do you get it now? That is the reason that we also do this. And also, you have your QA guild, right? So even at work, you won't have a dedicated one for the only 1 or 2 people, right? Because if you look at the fact that even within the QA, you might only have 2 people, right? So you won't now say, okay, QA, right? Unless we have a program like we have right now, right? So we now have 10 people within different teams, then you can create a channel for them. That's what we have right now. So you have a QA guild within the 2 teams, right? So, and then you have your team. Okay. If you have to create another one, there'll be lots of teams created. Do you get it now? Which we don't want to take that responsibility and also overburden as well. Some of us, we are in different teams already. So to solve your issue, I think allow me already put the comment there as well. Tag the person, right? So just say at Remy, okay? And can you, okay, at Felicia, please, can you, or at Davis, can you do that? Do you get it now? So the person gets a notification as well. Do you get it now? And if you do that in Teams, Teams is even better, right? If you tag the person in Teams, not even in Telegram now, the person also gets an email, right? And also if the person logs in, you get like that notification as well that someone mentioned your name. Do you get it now? I will advise even don't use Telegram for this, right? Use Teams. Do you get it now? And that's something I can recommend, right? Even within Teams, allow me, if it's okay, you can even kind of create a discussion chat, right? Allow me that we've opened that, right? That is not locked, isn't it? Within Teams, right? You can
Yes,
bring
they can chat in Teams.
exactly. You can chat. Let's say Davis, you are chatting with Temitope, right, as your team member within you. You can do that, and you can now bring another person in. It becomes your communication channel. You can do that. So I will advise you to use Teams for this anyway. So, and the good thing is, even if the person is not available, is not online, Teams will send an email to the person. And when the person also logs in, you will also get a notification. So use Teams for this. No, don't use Telegram. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, sorted. So can I
Okay.
make a quick comment?
Okay, please.
All right. This goes to Omi, the QA member that quickly identified herself. So I just want to let her know, and other QA members and every other member, that being active is very important. I've been talking with KG. I don't know KG from anywhere. We don't know each other. We've never met, but we just decided to start working it out. So there's no contribution that is not important. Just put it there, say something. Like, don't say, because she used the comment, they do their thing, and I don't think it's healthy in an environment like this. We don't do our thing. We are doing everybody's thing. Just put in your own comments. Thank you.
All right. So ensure that you do Omi's things as well as you are doing Davis things. That's just it. Okay, Ortega, please.
Yeah. Hi, Deji.
Hi.
I say I'll meet you. I will have a chat with you along me concerning this. It's concerning our mentors and bodies. It's just few of them because I had a complaint from the team members that they can't access the mentors. And if you check the platform, it's just few of them that are there. I think in PMEDM is just one person I've seen as a mentor, and he said he's a buddy. He says a buddy. I'm not sure he says a mentor, and he's a PM. The ADM, I've not seen any of them online. The first time I saw the Mr. Rookie, he's not on the binary chat, and I've gotten similar complaints from other roles too. I think the BAs too, they are complaining same or something. So I don't know if you have a chat with them so that we can test them if we have any query.
All right, allow me can jot this one out. One thing I can tell you, what you need is one mentor, even though we have 3 or 4 there, right? So it's one. The reason why we put that, we know that they work, they have their families and everything. So that's why if you don't get one, you get one. So that's the reason.
Okay.
So the one mentor is enough, right? So we only put those 4 there so that they serve as backup, right? Because of course life happens to a lot of people, and because they are not. So once you're able to get to one of them, that is enough. And they have the same experience and everything. For instance, for the ADM now, you have almost like we have 4 people, right? What you need is only one person, right? If you reach to Temidayo and Temidayo answers your question and you don't need Ruke again, do you get it now? So what you need is one person. You get it now. So, but of course, we're going to look into that. A lot of me is going to look what is happening. So, but what I know is like, yeah, speak to Ken, speak to Tino, one. But one thing I can say, right, for this ADM, I would say the best person to talk to would be Tino and Temidayo, right? That is one. For the SM, right? You have Omolola Bello, Chioma. I think any one of them. Badenike is always forthcoming anyway. So you can also, yeah. Also, yeah, for the BA, yeah, of course, John and Emmanuel, I would say, yeah. Ben also, yeah, to be honest. And for Keyways, okay, Emmanuel, okay, and Samson and Alex, of course, yeah. For DA, of course, you guys know Ayo anyway, and Mary. So Ayo is one of the tutors anyways, you can speak to him. So yeah, it's, to be honest, it's only one mentor that you need, but you don't need all of them. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Lastly, Patricia, please. Patricia, you got your answer?
Yeah, LDG, just to add to what the previous speaker said, none of our mentors are on the group, just our bodies. So are we saying that the bodies are just enough for us to...
No. So see, the bodies may not help you that much. We get it now. And I need to let you know their responsibilities, right? The mentors are the senior guys, right? They've got the experience, they've got what you need, and some of them already kind of gone through, I would say all of them gone through this program before, and also it's kind of working different ways. So they will be able to help you, right? The bodies are someone like you that just finished the program, right? Last session. And I know this program could be intense, right? When we first started, right, because of the fact that it's so difficult, so we'll get 30 people in within 1 week, right? I think maybe half of them will just disappear because it's so intense. So we now have the bodies. The bodies will be there to kind of befriend you, help you, tell them, yeah, they're okay. They can support you. They can also kind of share something to you because they've gone through the program. Some of them are also experts as well, right? But the major thing is for you to feel at home. That's where the level is, right? So they are not going to be mentoring you, but they can guide you into the right direction. They say, okay, for instance, I've been finding it difficult to speak to my mentor. Then speak to the body, because the body knows the mentor a lot. Because it's also possible that the body is also this mentor you are trying to get in touch is the body's mentors as well. Do you get it now? And the body can go and say, okay, yeah, no, Ruke, yeah, this person has been trying to reach you. What is happening, right? And also because this body has got one-to-one interaction with the mentor as well. So where you cannot reach them, and the body can even pick the call and call the person and drag the person to your call. So be friend with your body, right? They will help you to navigate the terrain because they've done that as well, right? And they know how difficult is it. And to be honest, even at work, you also be attached bodies when you get to work, because sometimes I tell you, because I work as a contractor and maybe every year I move, right? Even nowadays it's easy because you are working from home. You could imagine if you are working in the office, even to locate where the coffee machine is, it's difficult. You need someone to show you, right? And I can tell you, right, even to know how to operate the coffee machine, it's another thing. You need someone to be a body to say, so that you don't fool yourself. Do you get it now? You need someone to say, oh, sorry, I've used a lot of coffee machine, but how do you use this one so that you don't start pressing? And so, you know, when you are just new to the office and you are just pressing, you are kind of, that tension is there. And that is the role of these bodies, right? To ensure that they release that pressure from you, right? And to say, don't worry, you'll be fine. So when you guys also are in their shoe, you'll also be able to do it for other people as well. So they might not be able to mentor you as they want, but even some of them will be able to say, okay, we've done this, let's say gathering requirement. Yeah, I can tell you that this is how we do it, because they are also my team as well working for me. But I'm not expecting them to sit and mentor you, right? And it's the work of the mentors, to be honest. And the mentors are not there to do the work for you as well. Let's get that right. Do you get it now? The mentors are there for you to seek counsel from them, should in case you are hooked. Don't go to the mentor and say, come and train us on how to do this. They won't do that, right? That's the work of the trainer. The trainer will teach you a concept, right? You then will go and implement that. Should in case you have issues implementing that, you have the trainers to go back to say, you've taught us this and we are not able to do it. That's the first thing. You can go back to the trainer. But that might take you another 3 or 4 days, because when you have the next training, right? So, but you have the mentors to now say, oh, the trainer taught us this, but we are struggling to do it. But this is what we tried. And then the mentor will guide you, right? If the mentor is not able to guide you, and say, okay, wait for the trainers, this person is going to help you and everything. So that is their role, right? But however, the bodies are just there to ensure that everything is okay with you. Mentally, you are fine. Work balance, you are fine. They also encourage you. Is that clear in terms of the roles?
Yes, but probably since we don't have any of our BA bodies and mentors, hopefully we get access to one soon.
You don't have? What do you mean?
None of them are on the group.
Okay, all right. So you need to speak to Olawumi about that. Every mentor needs to be in the group. Even if they're not in the group, they need to be in I think they need to be in your group anyway. So that's important. I think Pat already kind of send the request to them, right? So send a message to Olawumi, say, oh, these people are not in our group anyway. So because they need to be there, you need to have interaction with them anyway. So if that's fine. So another thing is the role of the admin. If you are feeling overwhelmed, you are feeling discouraged, you are feeling depressed, you want someone to cry onto, you want someone to share your problem with, or you want someone to take you out for lunch, Olawumi is the person to speak to. Okay, exactly. So she's the one that will take you for lunch and give you everything. She always does that. She has a lot of money. And so please ensure that, and you want to cry on someone's shoulder, she has a broad shoulder so that you can cry onto as well. So so that's our responsibility, and she does it very well. Don't call me, don't say anything to me. To be honest, I wouldn't. So, but Olawumi is the best person that you can speak to, and she knows how to kind of get away with you as well. And for those guys that you've actually contacted her as well. So of course, if you are not able to get what you are looking for from Olawumi and also from any of the admin, Juliet's another person to speak to as well, right? So, but of course, use your bodies first, right?
Okay.
Because they've gone through the program, right? Then after that, if you are not getting what you are looking for, speak to the mentors as well, right? So then if they still not get anything, speak to Olawumi or Juliet, right?
Okay.
If you think you are still not getting it, right, which I think you will get, right, speak to Pat, right?
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
peradventure you are still not getting anything, to be honest, I'm the last person to speak to. Well, no one speak to me because everything stopped at Olawumi's desk. Before you know, she takes you for lunch and everything sorted. Okay. All right.
As regards the SM, sorry, one more question, DG. As regards the SMs, while you're working on bringing the project to life, with the BAs, are we supposed to be carried along, like work with them, or they just ask us for what they need to continue their project? Because when Team Agile was speaking, some of the SMs were talking about a mirror something where they tell others to fill up, and I'm not really aware of that, apart from the team charter that was sent to us to compile.
Okay, all right.
The thing we see is their finished work and they look so good. So I'm wondering if you're supposed to be doing this with them or that's their project.
Okay, that's fine. So one, the Scrum Masters are the developers, okay? We need to know that. So after they finish, they need to put their stories in dev done, right? And the testers will test it, right? And you can see on the board, there's dev done, there's QA ready, and also in QA done. And there's another section is UAT, and I'm very sure that the Scrum Master already put that in there. The UAT section is the responsibility of the BAs because you are the one that started it, you know the story. So you go and kind of do UAT of that. So then after you've kind of, test it properly as well to say, okay, we said you should do this and you've done it and that's it. But your test will not be as thorough as what the QA would have done, right? Yours going to be on user acceptance testing, business relationship. Do you get now? Okay, we asked for this and you got it, but that's fine. So then after that, that particular story isn't done. Done means it's now being released. And fortunately for you, you guys are also the users. Do you get it now? So that's what the other team is saying. Now they've created the team charter section. Now you have to use it, right? So now it's not like you created something, you are not using it. What you are building, you are also going to use. You are the builder, or the developers or the team that is developing everything, and you are also going to use it. So you're going to use SharePoint as you will have used it as someone that's created for you. The only thing is that you have exposure to know how it is done, right? We are not giving you to just use, basically. We are also exposing you to how it's been developed. Do you get it now? Okay, all right. I think my time is...
I do, thank you.
All right, cool. Adalisa, please.
Thank you, Deji. Please, just for clarification, what you expect of the DAs. For the BAs, we are to get the number of user stories. For the QAs, we are good to get the number of test cases they worked on. Then what do we get? What's the data we are gathering for the DAs?
For the DAs, it's now the tasks that you guys are doing, right? You have tasks that your tutors have told you, right?
Yes.
So so you gather them, right? Let's say Adalisa has got 2 tasks that's been assigned. Has she done it or not? Do you get it now?
Okay,
to which
but
I've
then
asked. Yeah.
But then that's okay. We're just going to create a data for that. But
Yes,
the PMs
exactly.
are the one that will create the task on the Azure board.
The PM will create it on Azure board, right? Maybe you might have 2 or 3 tasks, right? You just put your name Adolisa 2, right? So at the end of the sprint, you also need to look at, okay, Adolisa was assigned 3 tasks. How many did you finish? You are able to finish 1 or 2, or you're finished the 3. Do you get it now? So then you present that in a report. Let's say KG was assigned 5 tasks, but KG was able to do only 2 or 3, right? So you put that in your presentation to, you know what to do, of course, in terms of Tableau, right? A visual presentation on,
Okay, then the last one is the attendance for daily stand-ups.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Not only daily stand-up, I think that was clarified for all the meetings as well, right?
Okay, all the meetings, all the team meetings.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let me move to Vine, please. Vine. Then I'll come to KG.
Oh, hi, Deji. Thank you so much for the
No worries.
opportunity. I just wanted to clarify a little bit. So I think Team Binary is struggling with reaching out to their mentors and their bodies. I, for once, have attended their own meetings on my own invite. I've only been invited once. And yesterday, one of their team member, reached out to ask my availability and all that. And looking at the team as well on Telegram, I noted that about 6 bodies that are recognized from our time are actually there, and they did introduce themselves when they came in. I came in before a lot of them. I noted KD when he came in, he did introduce himself as SM mentor. I don't know if the SMs actually do reach out to him. I noted Idowu from Team Legend, not Idowu, Biodu from Team Legend before, AB and quite a number of them. So I think what they should do more is try to actually reach out to people. You can't be calling for a meeting. For example, first time I was invited, their meeting was maybe like in 30 minutes, and somebody informed me, oh, are you fine? We're having a meeting in 30 minutes. Obviously, like you said before, most of us have other things to do. And it will be important if you're able to reach out to those people. They did introduce themselves on the group, myself included. And today, went on the team as well and wrote for BAs to actually joined the elicitation meeting today with their PO, because I was in that meeting all through till now. So if they are able to reach out more, people will be able to kind of reach to them more as well. So I think it's both ways. They should communicate better. In fact, I noted more than 10 people that are recognized from my previous, during my own time in that team. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to mention. It's not that they're not there, they are there. Thank you.
Thank you, Vine, for that. So it's really, really good to clarify that, which is good. So
Sorry, Deji, we meant mentors, not bodies, mentors.
And yeah, she mentioned some of the mentors as well, right? She mentioned most of the mentors as well. You need to look at you, and maybe another thing is you might not, maybe you don't know their handle, right? So what she's saying that they are there, right? So you need to maybe after this call, okay, allow me, please.
Yeah, so no, just to ride on what you were saying, so not to deviate, it's just that what if Vine is also, she's a body, right? And she has told you that all those people came in. Now, some of the people she called, for example, the SMs, I am like a gazillion percent sure that they've all joined the calls. And the likes of Adenike is not a body, she's a mentor. She was there all through your spring planning. I know King David is a body, he was there. Biodun is a body, she was there. So I want to know the people that are a bit pressing. But in general, what I've done to just solve this now, I've sent a message to all the mentors, right? To at least reach out to you guys or, say hello on your team. But most of them have actually reached out. What you're missing is what Deji now said now. You might just not know their handle to ride on them to invite them. You just need to give them heads up. They'll join your call. There are some will even chat me that these are people they've not started saying anything. So you need to seek someone out. If a mentor just comes to your call and say, not your call, rather your team, and say, hi, do you people have any work for me? Is it done? So that's SMs in particular. I've told them, so it will not apply to only SMs, but every other role. If you know that you need something, all you need to do is reach out to the person beforehand. So if I know that I'm going to do something tonight, earlier today I would have reached out, or if I know it's against tomorrow, reach out. So I think Vine covered it mostly, so that we don't drag this call up to now. My hands were up actually to also interrupt Oga. We need to go to the BA calls. The BA mentors and co are waiting. So I was just trying to cut the meeting off. But guys, you need to do the work. You need to invite these guys. You need to invite them. They are also doing their own thing in advance. They are working too. They go do their regular 9 to 5 too now. So you need to reach out to them. Just give them heads up. Funny enough, you don't even need any super duper duper, heads up. Like you need something next week. You're telling them, so you don't need that. Even if it's tonight, you need them. Just give them mini heads up. Worst case scenario, tomorrow they'll tell you immediately their availability. Oh yeah, I'll be able to join you tonight. No worries, they'll join. And when it's that time, don't also say, we've invited that you're waiting. You can just be, oh, we've started, or we are yet to see you. If the person has not joined, person will jump on it immediately. Look, Blue Sky mentors and bodies are actually very, very accessible. Like it's, for me, it's a natural jazz. I just always say people try their best to be there for the interns, because we also know what we went through when we came. All these ways people are acting, whoever was, don't know Jack. So, and in under a year, 2 years,
To
see
be honest,
everybody already.
allow me was terrible.
Well,
But now she's an expert now. She can make noise, right? Joke apart, okay. All right,
No,
so yeah.
I was heavy now. My mouth was heavy too.
Yes, and okay, that's true. You are heavy. That was, yeah. Yes, you are really, really heavy. Every time, body, mind, and everything. So okay. All right, okay. I think you got the information anyway. So okay. KG, quickly.
Sorry. So my just an advice to the new joiners that have come. So a number of them have reached out to me and trying to navigate their way. I just wanted to advise if we can start telling the new joiners to start watching the previous videos on the community chat groups before, in case they, just so they get themselves up to speed before they start asking questions. Just an advice.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's very, very important as well. So, because yeah, it's very, very important for you to watch the video, because that will be the basis of what you're going to do. and because we've already done the videos anyway. So just go in there, and the videos are on Prep Major as well. So ensure that you watch it. We are going to look at it as well. So maybe we'll, at the end, before you get your certificate, we say, okay, whether you watch 50% of the videos or not anyway. So the videos are going to be on Prep Major. Do watch it, okay? All right. Bukola, please.
Yes, I just want to clarify something on Team Chatter. Somebody spoke earlier and said their Team Binary, they just sent them their Team Chatter. Because for us as SMs, we're trying to involve everybody in coming up, developing the Team Chatter. That's why we have not developed it. I just want to clarify, is it allowed for the SMs to create the Team Chatter and just send it to the team?
Okay, I think allow me clarify this as well. Right. So, Patricia, if you want to be muted, please.
No,
Thank
what
you.
I'm trying to say is you sent us to populate our roles and responsibilities as BAs on the team chatter, like we are involved in that part. I was trying to find out if there are more things we are supposed to be involved in as you're building the SharePoint, or that is just your project.
Okay. I think I'll let you guys clarify within yourself anyway, because there seems to be miscommunication. But just to clarify, the team charter is everyone's responsibility. But of course, responsibility in terms of you putting it on SharePoint, right? But of course, the Scrum Master are developing different sections, but the content of the team charter, you guys need to come together to develop it, okay? So it's not going to be Scrum Master putting those things in, but they can also send the form beforehand so that you can get ready. So you need to have a meeting, and you call that meeting team charter meeting, right? And then you start to populate what you need to put. Then at the end, right, the final goal is for you to now put it on SharePoint to say these are team charter, but every entry should come from your team. Okay. All right. Okay. Over to you, Olawumi. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Firstly, sincere apologies to all the BAs. I know you're supposed to have started your session exactly an hour and 7 minutes ago, so apologies. So you need to drop off now. Go to your community channel and click on that link. That's going to be a new link that we're going to open for you to have the session tonight, because it's supposed to be a private entry, right? Not private entirely, but at least just for you BAs. So please, we're happy for you to drop off the call. Apologies once again, but we're still doing that tonight. Deji, is that okay? Are you still doing the?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Sure.
And then to the SMs, please, I'm happy for you to wait behind. I just, rather than us delaying, I want to show you immediately how to go about your swim lanes, so you can do that once and for all. I'll just show you. It shouldn't take us more than 2-3 minutes. Yeah, I'll show you how to do the swim lanes. So any SM, please be ready to share your screen. I think that's it for tonight. Every other person will see each other tomorrow during your refinement and amongst other calls. Thank you, everyone.